Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. If you are here, it means that you're interested in Lyft stock. I will share three reasons why I'm thinking Lyft stock gonna rise and a lot soon. And reason number one is growth catalysts. Um, First is the recently um, acquisition of FreeNow company. FreeNow is a mobility app similar to Lyft, just it's operating in Europe, um, in 8 main cities, such as Germany, UK, Spain, Greece, and more. It's the way for the company to expand through Europe. Currently, its main operation is in the US and a bit in Canada. So it expect to start in the second half of the year, the expansion to Europe, which I think will re-accelerate the growth rates and will command a premium for the stock valuation. Second is Lyft Media. Lyft Media is an ad business that Lyft started recently. The idea is that passengers on Lyft rides checking their phones, and Lyft app will show them ads relevant to their destination, which is, in my opinion, very smart. Management is planning to reach 100 million ARR by end of year, which is great. I think it's gonna add to the growth drivers of the company and the stock. Will react accordingly to that. Third is the management strategy with partnerships. I work in a tech company, in fintech company, and in my work we are mainly working with partnerships, and I know that partnerships can bring you customers that will be loyal to you. Fourth reason is partnering with AV companies. We saw the recent announcement which caused actually the recent rally in the stock. Partnership with Waymo, currently the leader in autonomous vehicles operation of robotaxis, and I'm sure we're gonna see a lot more. Why it's gonna be a catalyst for growth? Because rides from autonomous vehicles are much cheaper. You don't need to pay to a human driver, which is the main cost of mobility apps. You need to pay a share of, obviously, to the partner that in this case Waymo, but it's much lower than paying to a driver. Second reason why I'm thinking lifts are gonna rise soon very quickly is the management team. I think the management team is top tier, especially the CEO David Risher. David Risher, for those of you who doesn't know, came from Amazon. David Risher is embracing Jeff Bezos' belief that you need to have a customer obsession to do great, and this is exactly what he does. He's taking rides as a driver once in a while to understand the needs of the driver, the needs of the passengers. Um, he have very detailed philosophy about autonomous vehicles, how it's gonna play in the mobility space. And if you see the results, you see he's done a great job since he's in the job. Um, he entered the position mid to 2023. Since then, you can look at the free cash flow chart, which is uh, amazing. He reduced cost, increased profitability, um, and I think it's going to continue. If you look also at the incentives, I think it was Charlie Munger that says, "Show me what is the management incentives, and I will show you where the stock goes." You will see that David Risher, first of all, have a base salary of 500K versus $70 million in stock-based compensation, meaning he is very much aligned with shareholders' interest. Also, um, David Risher is like both in the recent 2 years, like more than 1 million of stock in the open market, and also the company is doing great service to the shareholders because they announced 750 million share buyback program, and when the stock was very depressed, it's still on a valuation basis is not expensive. So I think they already used at least um, 250 million, so 500 million more to go. Reason number three is valuation. Valuation of Lyft um, reduced dramatically over the last 5 years. Obviously, when they IPO'd, we can argue that it was overvalued, but currently it's very low. So when I say very low, what I'm basing it on, first of all, comparing to Uber, its main competitor, um, it's like 3 or 4 times cheaper on a price to sales metric or price to cash flow. Um, you can argue that it's might be justified a low valuation. I would agree, but not 3 times. I think when um, when the stock will when the company will start showing a higher and reacceleration of growth rates, I think it will reevaluate to a higher multiple. Also, if you look at the PEG multiple, which is Peter Lynch favorite multiple, you can see that it's less than one, which is um, imply that the stock is very cheap compared to its growth rates. So, yeah, that is the three reasons why I'm thinking Lyft stock is very attractive and poised to explode very soon. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for being with me. Bye bye.